All right. Welcome back to Pop Goes the Zebra. With you, as always, is Jesse the ref over there in the Sesame Street style shirt with, oh my
Cabana
God,
Man
Cabana Man Dan
Dan.
is the man. I get derailed. Cabana Man Dan is just the man. Anyway, Jesse the ref, Jeremy the ref. This is Pop Goes the Zebra, and you are our friends, you are our viewers, you are our family, you are all things in between the stripes. Jesse, we got a pretty special weekend coming up, don't we?
Chicago.
Yeah, I'm a deep dish pizza. Well, I mean, isn't Chicago? It's Hoffman Estate. It's kind of like one of those outskirt suburbs. Like somebody who actually lives in the city proper would probably be like, it's not really Chicago. It's that's as much Chicago as Hammond is, something like that. But still, it's in the ballpark. You're still supporting. It feeds into the city. It's Chicago.
It's
We
Chicago.
got we
Because guess what?
have
Can I get Chicago dogs in Hoffman Estate? Can I get Chicago deep dish pizza at Hoffman Estate? I would call that Chicago.
Yeah, you can get those anywhere. I mean, it won't be as good, but you can get all that stuff anywhere if you really look hard enough.
True.
We started early, folks. Uh dude.
At least you got something. I'm
Well, I'm
still
technically
in a hotel.
I'm technically breaking my own rules here. Today was the first day back on the wagon, so to speak, for getting back into shape. I've clearly put on weight over the last year and a half that just through a lot of psychological stuff I wasn't really ready to address yet, but we're ready to get back on the horse and kind of get back into shape, back down to what I would call more acceptable for what I'm trying to do here. But
The old straight and narrow.
well, you know, but we got a big weekend being put on by GCW and Black Label Pro and Freelance Wrestling. I'll tell you what, it really is a sign of the times when you're able to get multiple promotions in on a common goal to put on a giant weekend of professional wrestling for people. Because back in the day, you really wouldn't get that. You'd have one promotion trying to get all the glory off of it or whatever, and like you may have seen like one other promotion get in on it, but not multiple. So it's really cool to see that, to be a part of it. And I can't wait to see what happens. Man, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. No, it definitely GCW kicked the door down with this working with other promotions. Like they really set the bar with the collective over the last few years of having different wrestling promotions being involved over WrestleMania weekend. And it's just such a good thing to see the common bond for these promotions working on these weekends. And what was it, 2 years ago? GCW and Black Label Pro did the first two cup stuff. Um,
That
man,
was
that
huge.
that was
I
huge.
Wow, like it's still it was so surreal to me to be standing in the middle of a GCW ring next to Jerry Lawler, listening to Simple Man and watching the crowd just do what it does. Like we kind of looked at each other, both said it. Like, are we? I feel like we're in a bingo hall in Philly right now. You know, it
Yeah,
was it was special.
yeah, and it, it's really difficult to explain. Like we were talking about this in the last episode. Like there's something about a crowd that really sets the tone for what we're going to do. And I've heard stories about the Chicago wrestling crowd, how this is one of the top wrestling crowds in the country, and
Let me
they
stop you
love.
there. It is the top crowd in the country.
Okay, we'll go with that. uh, but the point is, like, this is a crowd that craves their professional wrestling, and they're very appreciative of what's going on. So, like, I'm genuinely looking forward to this because, yes, I've done the collective a couple times, and that's the hardcore GCW crowd. The Chicago crowd, from everybody that's told me, is a completely different beast. like you're going to know this is Chicago. This is not anywhere else. And it's something I'm looking forward to. It's going to be well, it's going to be a culture shock for me.
Eh, I think you'll find it's going to be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
I'm looking forward to riding that wave.
and you will get your chance. I believe you are on Effie's brunch. If I
Yeah, I'm on.
remember, you're on the Big Gay Brunch.
Yeah, currently, that's the only show that I'm slated to referee on is Effie's Big Gay Brunch, which that in itself I've done the last couple of them, and they have been. It's such a hard left turn out of like what you would normally expect from a wrestling show, but then it brings it right back with the amount of talent that goes out there and just rocks it. Um, yeah, I'm going to be at the venue for the other events, kind of working medical backstage, but just being able to be in the building for a lot of what's going to go on this weekend, to be able to feed off that crowd and see it for myself. Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm looking forward to riding that wave.
I have I'm on the joint show with GCW and Black Label, 3 Cup Stuffed, and then Ground Control for Black Label. And I'll tell you what, man, like I haven't really seen the BLP crew since October of last year when we did the collective. It's been a hot minute. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and seeing all my friends and getting going. Obviously you see some of the wrestlers, here, there, and everywhere. We're all over the place, but it'll be nice to see people that you don't otherwise see. So far, like the matches and the talent that have been announced have been pretty stellar. Like for instance, I just saw we announced Black Label announced it just a little bit ago. Killer Kelly is going to take on Kylie Ray.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be dope. That'll happen. I'm trying to just make sure I have it straight on which show that's happening on. Give me just a second, just to make sure here. I want to say that that's happening on yeah, that's Ground Control to Filthy Tom on Saturday, the 2 p.m. show. So that'll be cool. Kylie Ray, Chicago is Kylie Ray is Chicago, and then Killer Kelly, who's making her presence felt after a while. This is a match that I know they've been trying to put together for a while now, and it's just kind of falling apart at the last minute. Hopefully this time it gets in, because that'll be a good match. There's just so much to like. What I like about this concept is you've got several different shows giving you a variety of different style of matches. So it really is a buffet. It's a wrestling buffet.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. And, if you don't like whatever, I don't like that match. Well, the next match that's coming up, maybe something that's more your taste. Or, like I said, you just enjoy being entertained by whatever's going on. That's Brett Lauderdale put out a tweet today, and it said that he believes this is going to be the biggest weekend for GCW. And I believe it. I think this is going to be a big weekend for us with GCW. I think this is a big weekend for professional wrestling, independent wrestling as a whole, because All Out is also on Sunday, same weekend that we're up there. So this is just, man, this like WrestleMania. It's a mecca for. And then
you're starting off on that Friday night. You've got Freelance and Freelance Underground, followed by the BLP 3 Cups and GCW 3 Cup stuff. Saturday, you start with the Black Label Pro show. We're going to control to Filthy Tom. GCW will have a show at 8:00, and then Sunday is Effie's Big Gay Brunch. So there's all sorts of just chicanery and shenanigans going on there, man. Like,
Well, not only that, like Thursday night, GCW's up in Detroit.
yeah,
Got the crew up there rocking Detroit, and then going to come down and rock Chicago.
there you go. And Detroit's a fine town for wrestling, man. I've always had fun in Detroit.
I've got family that live up around Detroit, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not volunteering to work the Detroit side of it, because it would have been really nice to go up and work in front and get some of my family to come up and see the show. But yeah, from what I was told, like Border City over in Windsor and Detroit were always great places for wrestling.
Oh, wow. Freelance Wrestling has just announced about 10 minutes ago. MD Kylie versus MD Clown. Kylie Ray and Nick fucking Gage are going to take on the team of Robert Ego Anthony and Frank the Clown.
What?
Yep.
Oh, man. Guys.
If Kylie Ray
seriously,
is the most loved person in Chicago, not named CM Punk, then Frank the Clown is the most hated person in Chicago, not named Mayor. Never mind. Going. Anyway. No, I'm kidding. I don't know anything about the Chicago politics. I'm just making a bad joke. Yeah. Please bear with me. I have an excuse. Anyway, allegedly. It's my first one.
Allegedly.
I've been nursing it for an hour. Anyway, so yeah, dude, like this is getting nuts. The stuff that they're putting together. I'll say this.
This is what's being announced. There's stuff that's not been announced.
We still suddenly gonna be like, yeah. We still got at the time of this recording, we've still got a week to go here, Chief.
Right?
A week to go. Who knows?
What sudden things are going to get shoehorned into these shows, and you're going to be like, that's worth the price of a ticket right there.
Well, you got to pay attention to social media and find out, because they're coming fast, they're coming heavy. And I'll tell you what, like I said, it's a fun time to be a wrestling fan. Like there's that small part of me that wishes that I wasn't in the business so I could really appreciate the surprise factor of all of this. But I'm also glad I'm not, because you never know which of these matches you're going to get. So like you could have a crazy ass match you didn't even know was coming, So it's a catch-22. I can't wait, dude. Like I can't wait for this weekend. I think it's one we're going to look back on in time and say, man, we were there. We were there. We saw it happen.
Dude, you and I both can attest to this, because we were both at the Collective. It was the first major indoor wrestling show. Mm-hmm. And it was the same thing. There were unannounced people that were there that was like, oh, I'm not going to be a part of that. Then all of a sudden I look at the ref assignments and I go, holy shit, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that's for us, that's one thing. And then for the crowd to be like, oh, we're going to see this. And oh my God, that person's
by the way,
here.
You're going to see this too.
What you got?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I was jumping.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Oh, by the way, and you're going to see this too,
And it's like, I bring this up so much about the whole surprise Orange Cassidy thing. Like nobody knew that he was there. We did our best to keep that secret. And then to be in the ring knowing what was coming, and I was just like, it's a moment, and I love those. I can't wait to have more of those moments. I'm so excited. Like I feel like there's a potential for me to have a Chicago moment now.
Well, here you go. Here is, since you're like, what you got? I got it. I got one for you. We announced this the other day at BLP for the Ground Control to Filthy Tom. I have to remind myself to say filthy and not major. But Ground Control to Filthy Tom is going to see Billy Stark, Space Jesus herself, taking on Jody Threat. That one will be interesting.
Oh,
like I said, hey man, welcome to the party that is Chicago and Midwest wrestling. Mikey and Brett, when those two get together, it's just it's
you
like,
will
it's
be
like
sports entertained.
Gas meet flame,
You will be sports entertained. That's
whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah. Man, like I said, thinking about this, unlike the collective where it's like, 4 shows every day. There's only
And
a couple shows.
they've announced every match like 2 months in advance, leaving
Yeah,
themselves time to rearrange the match when somebody inevitably gets signed.
Yeah, with this, it's like you're not going to have as many wrestling matches, which is going to lead to these all being a lot more quality. Because not everybody has to be like, all right, well, I've got to work on this show and this show and this show, so I got to save myself and not do all my crazy stuff. No, we're gonna have probably some of, I words.
It's gonna be amazing.
I'm also very tired at the moment. So, but no,
you also had a lot of good food, if I remember correctly, for dinner tonight.
Good Lord, I did.
But man, you're just gonna have to pay attention to social media. Check out GCW's social media. Check out Freelance's social media. Check out Black Label Pro's social media. It's going to be a weekend to remember. And man, I can't begin to describe how much excitement I have for this. And not only that, because then you've also got AEW putting on a show that Sunday night. So you've got 3 straight days of just balls to the walls. So like, I don't know what else there is to say on this subject. I mean, you've been warned. Like, if the city burns down, you knew we were coming.
Yeah, Chicago riots for everything.
That's not true. We're not Vancouver.
Not Philadelphia.
Ooh,
but Vancouver.
Ooh,
Vancouver. Yeah.
As the kids say, ice in my veins. Yeah. They missed out on my friend here. And I will never ever not let them forget that Mr. Stanley. That's for Papa. Anyway.
Well, with that being said, we're not too far from preseason hockey.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, by the way, the Hawks got themselves a pretty damn good goalie, if memory serves. We might actually win a few games this year.
Who did you guys just sign?
Flower.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we got Flower. We got Tyler Johnson. We got Taze coming back, a healthy Taze, a healthy Kirby Doc. Patrick Kane is always there. I mean, we got DeBrincat. We moved out. We got Seth Jones. We moved out Duncan Keith so he could go be with his family. God bless him. Hawks got younger.
Yeah, see, that's the key thing right now. That's what I'm hoping for with Nashville, is that there's certain older players that are getting kind of shuffled out, and that we're going to get like hopefully a younger roster. I know we signed UC Saros to a 4-year deal, baby Pekka. You're such an ass.
Go on.
The disrespect, sir.
Oh no, there's no respect in this at all.
Here I'm giving you guys props for like potentially having
As you should. We've got 3 of these back here. Where's yours? Actually, we got 6. We got what? We got
7,
6,
isn't it?
We got six of them, huh?
6 of them.
Well, I thought you guys had Patrick Sharp we're talking about, but we got 6 of these bad boys. What do you got? Or I'm sorry, we got 5 of those. That's what it was. It was 5.
I don't know. I don't know why I kept thinking that Chicago had 7.
No.
Was it 5?
No, we got 5 cups, 6 NBA titles. I don't remember exactly how many Super Bowl titles. I'm wanting to say it was like 2. Obviously 85, and I'm wanting to say there was one way back in the dawn of time. We've got multiple World Series titles. I don't know what the Chicago Fire do. I don't follow soccer that closely, but I'm sure the Fire won something in their life. Participation trophy or something.
No, boy. Yeah. No, like I said, I'm excited. I think the Flyers are also doing a rebuild this season too. So both my teams are going to be Probably
I thought Claude
not.
Giroux was enough to build around to make a cup run, and they've come up short.
It's kind of sad. Like, I mean, you can only like he could only do so much as captain, and it.
He's the most important part of the wheel there, though.
Yeah,
He is the axle that the wheel spins around.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like for Nashville, Yossi's really. I think it's time that we have a new captain. Like I like Yossi, but he's just not. He's not a captain to me. He doesn't exude, not like how Mike Fisher or Shea Weber were when they were team captain. So I just feel like we're hopefully going to have a younger team, and I mean it's not going to happen this year. I know that this season's not going to be us.
You are about to be the bug.
Yeah. So it's just going to be we're yeah, oh man. Bug meet windshield 100 miles an hour. We're just a lot of changing the lines around, changing, just the different shifts. It's going to be interesting to see how Nashville really adapts this season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it because you and I, like I said, you and I both, we started this idea for this podcast over our fucking banter about hockey. Because like you and I are both hockey fans. Like to the core, we are hockey fans. And that's I can't wait for hockey season to come up because like most of our podcasts they're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Hey man, did you catch that game?
Did you see the Hawks kick the Predators' ass again the other night? Boy, wasn't that awesome.
Oh, it's a back and forth. I wouldn't say always.
Nah, I don't think there's going to be much back and forth going on here, except for forehand, backhand, top shelf, because you don't got a goalie.
No, UC's good. He's not great.
He's not Flower. He's not Flower.
No, he's not. I'll give him that. He's not that. He's also not Pecorine.
Yeah, we beat Pecorine. My boy Mary Hostess says, "What up?" Ooh, one time. Ooh. What'd you get for that sweep?
we got screwed.
You got exposed.
No, it wasn't exposed. It was the fact that we
victim to the same thing that the Vancouver Canucks back in their day fell victim to. You emptied your clip on the emotional series and had nothing left for the rest. You guys didn't understand what it took to be champions.
Yeah, we also went up against the Golden Boy, Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby is literally the weakest player in the league, and I don't mean
he's a bitch.
You said it. I would say that he's a pushover, which is good for 5 minutes usually. 5 in a major. Friday. 5 in a major. Yep.
Maybe a little bit more for some blood.
Oh God, you pushed him over. He, his elbow started bleeding. For the love of God, he could have been killed. Anyway.
I love it when a fight happens and there's no blood, but you'll see a player trying to like squeeze a little bit out from their teeth. It's like, oh look, there's a little bit of blood. There's blood.
It's like the guys back in the day. They'll get the color right. You'll see, and they're trying to get the blood to rush to their head. Like watch them. Watch anything from like 2000 and earlier. Anytime somebody gigs,
Triple H was so. Triple H.
I was just about to say his name. Oh, Triple H. Yeah.
Because we both.
He's puffing like a fish.
Hunter's like doing that whole cell, and he's got the blood coming out. Wouldn't Wouldn't that be funny? Like a hockey player has like a little razor blade in his glove,
He's
or
kicking.
he's got it on the tape, goes down to the ice.
That kid's a worker.
I could literally see like all the independent wrestling guys go like, see, hockey's a work. See, he's blading. He's getting some color there.
It's all, hey, it's all a work, brother. But anyway, I think we've covered about as much ground as we are going to cover on this subject. So, Jesse, if you would please, the words of wisdom.
Oh, especially going into Chicago, we have got to remember, hide your wallet. Please, while we're in Chicago, do not add to the population. Try not to get subtracted from the population. And please don't be the reason why we have to have a safety briefing on Monday because your wallet got stolen.
And with that being said, this is the crew of Pop Goes the Zebra wishing everybody on Earth a good night, and we will see you next time. Take it easy, folks.